Previously on Path of the Titans. 34-25. Proven at 10 minutes and 37 seconds over the melee run. A Dragonstone challenge complete in the fight caves. We actually got one. There it is. An ancient warrior piece. Unfortunately, it's corrupt. But that is the Chaos LE wrapped up for the tier with a corrupt Zuriel bottom. Welcome back to Path of the Titans. Our goal today is to wrap up tier 2, and in order to do that, we're going to need to take on the fight caves and Jad with no prayers at all, and we've got a plan to get there. The first step of this plan is that we're going to be using magic, so we're going to go and upgrade our magic gear as much as we can by getting a Seers ring from the DKs. And since we're going to need a Hydrix challenge to get the persistent rage relic as we discussed before, maybe we'll get a pet along the way. We're back to the DKs today, and I am starting to actually burn gold on supplies, so we're gonna probably have to start selling some stuff, because somehow my triple drop rate trend has indeed continued. Then again, for this one, I said there's always a cursed ring. Our cursed ring is the Seers ring. Yeah, today we're gonna get that Seers ring, 100%. And I feel like we're also gonna get a little extra something, a pet of some kind. Maybe a DK's pet, maybe a mole pet. Who knows? Or first kill Berserker ring. Okay, that one works too. Well, if we were going to have luck on any of them, I guess Berserker ring's a pretty good one to have luck on. But yeah, I'm very uninterested in other drops at the moment. I'm just going to be focused on just getting as many kills racked up as I can. So I might note some bones, might note some potions, but if I forget or don't bother, it's basically because I'm just trying to speedrun the kills for rings. I should probably have a ring counter when we're at DKs. If I'm remembering rightly, we're at 4 Berserker, 4 Warrior, 2 Archer? I haven't actually safe spotted Rex at any point. I've always been fighting all 3 of them, so I don't know how we got so Rex skewed in our drops. But if I'm remembering correctly, then because we definitely have 4, 3, 2, and 0, with 0 being the Seers ring. And that was before we got this Berserker ring, and I'm pretty sure this is the 4th Zerker ring. I remembered incorrectly. This was actually the 5th Zerker ring, so we have 5 Berserker, 3 Warrior, 2 Archer, and no Seers ring so far, which is a really weird distribution. So yeah, I guess my cursed ring theory is really holding true. Gonna have the Reaver ring banked at this rate. If I manage to get the Reaver ring banked before I get a Seers ring, I'm selling them all. So that's like 200 million Zerker rings. But yeah, when I eventually want to go for the Channelers ring, I'm assuming I'm not gonna have a good time with it. I've lost plenty of things, I'll be perfectly honest. I managed to AFK away a pair of Boots of Subjugation when they were like 25 mil. I've definitely AFK'd away Zami Spears. It's just like I'll set something up. I'll go like to the kitchen to get something, or just plan to step away for like 30 seconds to a minute at most. And then suddenly there's a pom. And when you see the pom, you've got to give the pom some love. And then you end up cuddling for a bit, and suddenly it's 7 minutes gone. And this is the time where you've got boots and chestplate dropped to Armadillo, and you're just like, well, there goes all my profits. Good job, me. So since we have been musing about DK lore, and I'll be honest, I have absolutely no clue. Let's get someone who actually knows what they're talking about when it comes to RuneScape lore.
Oh, I know a little bit about lore.
Yeah, we're there's a bit of a coping mechanism for. Well, let's just say we've killed 1,500 Dagonoth Kings, and I'm still here looking for a Seers ring, so...
Oh my god.
So yeah, as a coping mechanism, I started wondering about the DKs, and it's like, if they got these rings off of some Fremennik warriors or something, why on earth did the Seer fight Prime instead of fighting Rex, or was it actually the case that they just bodied these guys and ate the rings and got the power from them? I have no clue.
Yeah, it's really interesting, like, and you could kind of go into it a little more, because they leave some ambiguity in their creation. They could have been like another experiment of the Dragonkin, but the stuff we do know is like, really the thing that tells us that they are the way they are naturally is like there was this Zeroshian church that like wanted to capture Dagonoths, and they had several of them that they wanted to like breed, but I guess they couldn't contain them, and they ended up getting wild. And it was specifically a Dagonoth Rex.
A Dagonoth Rex, as in Dagonoth Rex isn't the Dagonoth Rex. It's just
So they're like a caste system, like ants. You've got various. They're all part of the same species, same DNA. You know, part of the same colony, if you will. But they each have like a different use. So you've got like Dagonoth Rex, you know, is clearly meant to be like physically strong. Prime, it talks about Prime flying the northern winds, so it's almost like a one of those ants with wings that fly to another colony that's still part of the colony. And then you've got Supreme, the lame one out of them, just eats people and is mean, uses ranged. I guess you could consider it kind of like a bullet ant. But yeah, they're real similar to them. Yeah, Relica didn't like that there were Dagonoth around, and that's kind of what started the war. They took hold on Waterbreath Island, but the rings are just the rings of legendary heroes that they ate. But anyway, the rings, after being in the stomachs of these Dagonoths for so long, after being eaten while raiding Waterbirth, then the rings obtained the power from the beast.
okay. So it's the opposite to why I thought. It wasn't that these super strong Dagonoths ate these artifacts and absorbed their power. It was the other way around.
Yes, after being in the guts of the Dagonoths for so long, the rings took on their powers. The Dagonoth Rex was present in the Second Age when it was killed by Vendi, tasked by the Church to deal with the growing problem. This corpse was later moved to the Sentistan graveyard. That's
They
weird.
might be. Isn't that in the Croesus arena?
Oh, Croesus. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Someone
dude,
in
it
chat
totally is.
mentioned that earlier. I'm not going to take credit for that, but
But it does say that they ate the heroes when they came to Waterbirth on a raid, and over time, they imbued the rings with their nice stomach juice. But I would hate to
Lovely.
think after spending centuries in a Dagonoth, you wouldn't get some of its powers, right?
True. I'm more impressed that the stomach acid didn't degrade the rings in any
Didn't.
way.
Listen, the Fremennik make high quality rings, bro. They weren't going nowhere.
That's
I
gotta
love
be
these
one
bosses
bad
though.
stomach burn though. Especially the warrior ring, just having like a katana stuck in your gut all the time.
Oh yeah.
No wonder
Sears
they're
ring
pissed.
too. They're all pretty spiky. Archer's ring straight has an arrow on it. But yeah, I've been working on a lore video too, and dude, it's crazy some of the stuff that I missed. Like, especially regarding like Sentistan, like even just that, like Dagonoth Rex thing, there's just so much around it. Like, I've been reading about the story of Aurelius, and it just gives you so much details about like the shadow god Voss in Erebus, and I'm pretty excited to see what they end up doing with that. They mention it in the Necrolord quest.
I want to give a massive shout out to Prideslayer for coming on the stream and giving us a talk through the Dagonoth lore that he knows, as well as giving us a sneak preview into one of his upcoming videos. If you're interested in lore videos, I highly recommend going over and checking out his channel. I'll put a link in the description below. However, he brought more with him than just lore.
It's from Erebus, so yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt.
No,
We
you're fine.
finally got a Sears ring.
Are you serious, bro?
Yep.
Nice.
2015 Dagonoth Kings, and we finally got our Sears ring. At this point, I may as well just stay for a pet.
The pets are pretty
Jesus.
cool, bro.
Thank
I
you
love
for
that.
bringing the luck and the lore. Absolutely incredible to just take a step back and look at the game from a different perspective. Because I am so like Pride mentioned, I'm so combat focused because that's just the way I am. Is love taking systems. I love optimization, and my way of expressing that playing games is learning to get better at some kind of skill expression system, which for RuneScape that is combat. There's one challenge left to clear in tier 2 now, and it's the hardest one. It's the one that got me called insane. We need to do a run of the fight caves without prayer. Now, unfortunately, despite going many kills at the DKs for the Sears ring, I didn't actually get the pet, and I didn't get a non-corrupt from the Chaos Ellie. So I still have to tick that box of doing a Hydrix before I can enact my plan for the no prayer run. So the plan is to heavily utilize defensives. However, you need a source of adrenaline that doesn't involve hitting Jad, because if you hit Jad without defensives, you're dead. We need an adrenaline source, and that's going to be Persistent Rage. To get that, we need to complete a Hydrix challenge. The easiest Hydrix challenge or the most likely Hydrix challenge we have to complete, because quite a few of them are heavily RNG based. Hard mode mole has one of the most generous pet drop rates of 1 in 500, and its threshold is 500. So we currently have a 2 in 500, or 1 in 250, chance per kill of getting the mole pet. In 200 kills, that goes up to 3 in 500. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't get that far, because by the time we hit 1000 KC, we will be triple drop rate of the pet, which seems to be my magic drop rate for actually starting to get stuff. And the Dagannoth King's pets are brutal. The first one is usually not too bad, but I already had that before the series. Given my luck, I'm not willing to test that one, so we're not going to do that. So mole is our best bet. So we started with about 800 mole kills in hard mode, so let's jump in at kill 1097. Okay, next kill. Next kill, we believe. Okay, 1098. There it is. The Rotten Fang. Finally. 1098. It was. You were just off by 1. Thank God for that. Okay, let's go get our reward. Here's a quick reminder of the reward table, but I'll be honest, I've spoke about the reward. We're going to be getting enough, so let's just jump into it. We're grabbing the Persistent Rage Relic. This thing is a huge boon for endurance challenges and is going to be crucial for our approach to the fight caves. Anyway, we need to pick up a Dragon Ward. I'm assuming this isn't going to buy it. Oh, it does. So it's time to do the fight caves without prayer, which is either a really dumb idea or a really cool idea. I'm not sure which one yet. So in terms of consumables, we're going to want a weapon poison for the waves, a supreme magic, a supreme defense. We don't need any prayer restoration because we can't use it. So the rest of it is just food. Probably just fill up on Guffix rests, I guess. You know, I might actually be able to make use of a power burst. It is a stretch of an idea, but an idea nonetheless. This is going to be the most expensive fight caves inventory you've ever seen. I don't actually think we need anything more than this. Maybe like some emergency, like a couple emergency sailfish or something if I need. To be honest, if I need healing more than what Guffix rests can give me, I'm probably kind of screwed anyway. But let's see just how busted defensives are. The timer doesn't really matter for this. It's going to be more about just get through it as best we can. I don't need to worry about the keys because I don't have any prayer for them to drain. But I'm going to want to get hit by stuff as little as possible. At least the big stuff. I'm just now realizing how big flow actually is as a lower level. So another perk of Persistent Rage is if I can get something line of sighted, I can actually fully heal my health without using any supplies. So I don't actually need to be that stupidly careful in these earlier waves. And if I end up messing this up first time around, I will not be shocked. Just throwing that out there. I know the theory of what I'm going to be doing, but the practice of it is an entirely different beast. Also, if I get a bad Jad spawn, it makes it a little bit trickier. So I'm hoping for a good one. Like, I think ideally I want the Jad that spawns in this corner. This one's also fine. Like, if he gets caught here, it's also fine. It's just a little trickier with picking up the healers. I have no reason to not pot early with Supremes. Yeah, that helps a lot. That went up 16%. Thank you so much for giving us a hit chance on the nameplate. Whoever fit that into the Necromancy update, praise you. They're spawned in good spots. So we can regenerate a bit here. Gives us, what, 2k health for free. And then if I really need to, I can just wait for Persistent Rage to give us it all back. There's a Dragon Battle stuff. Yeah, I know about that one because I got blasted for buying that instead of the Obsidian stuff because it's much more expensive. I might just get Necro in here and do the sub 30 once it's got tier 70 gear. That'll be quick. That might actually be my demo for just how busted Necro is. To be fair, that's mostly because Necro kind of just skips like 20 years of power creep that the other styles had and just starts out good. Okay, wave 30 onwards is when this is going to get a little more interesting. I'm kind of concerned about accuracy on the mages without any prayer. Are overloads unlocked next tier as well? Overloads are unlocked when we complete tier 3. Actually, a royal crossbow could probably do this in 30. Actually, having access to bolt effects would be huge. My accuracy is... Oh, okay. I have 100% accuracy on the mages. That's shocking, if I'm going to be honest. It's like fluctuating, but it's basically 100% accuracy on the mages. Yeah, this is where things are going to slow down because I'm going to have to heal up from the mages. I guess I could start resoing them. That is kind of why I brought the shield. Of course, both hits with the shield on splashed. But yeah, I want to keep as many supplies for Jad as I can because some of the defensives I'm going to be using aren't actually 100% effective. Like, Reflect is hopefully going to do quite a bit. I don't know if Jad is actually Reflect immune. There's like a few abilities that are almost baseline. One I will actually admit to having made mistakes with, but I think it's to the point where the damage is done with it. And that's the Corruption Shot and Corruption Blast ability, like the Mazcab ability codex. But I've been using Corruption Shot and Corruption Blast the entire series so far, and it's been so long that I can't. If I take him away now, it's kind of pointless. But, like, any damage from it's been done. So the small birds take away your prayer. Oh no! Whatever will I do? I'm starting to think I should rebuff because I don't really need this many doses. Does Rejuvenate ability give more or less healing ice? I believe they're the same. Oh wait, no. Ice Asylum is 100% of my health, while Rejuvenate is 9.6 over 0.6 is 15, 2.5. Rejuvenate is 37.5% of my health. Ice Asylum has my whole health bar in it, and they share cooldown. So Ice Asylum is the better one. Gutfix's Blessing, I think, is the same as... it's slightly better than Rejuvenate. I cannot click this bird to save my life. Target Cycle? Do I even have that? Nope. Target Cycle isn't bound on this character. I should fix that. I'm going to need that for Jad, I think. Because clicking the healers ain't going my way. I'm starting to get the feeling I should have brought a flask event of weapon poison, not a potion. Let's use Ice Asylum here, so that it should come back off cooldown for when we're fighting Jad. But yeah, so the idea of the Power Burst is that if Jad has a bad spawn, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to immediately Power Burst while I get into position, so I don't get one shot. One healer, one mage there, one mage over there. I'm going to get this guy down a little bit, and then I'm going to heal up to full. As soon as he's dead, we swap to the shield. A really unfortunate spawn. Okay, I need to wait for a Dren. We're going to see how much we can fit into a barricade to start off with. So the annoying thing here is the healer that spawns here is going to be really tricky to move. Okay, barricade lasts 8 seconds. I need to reso that. I only have 62% accuracy. Oof. Oh, whoops. Well, that may have just saved me, but that was not the thing I wanted to press there. Okay, I need to heal up. Okay, poison's probably going to tick him down to make the healers spawn. Paid for the healers is probably going to be my best bet, right? So regenerate to heal myself back up, and then... Okay, if I put a dot on him, and resonance, That'll spawn the healers. He's half health, no? Okay, there we go. There's the healers. Need to drop combat and Cade. And then lure the healers. Okay, I got all the healers. Now I just got to get these guys down. Okay, next we'll do reflect debilitate. Okay, there we go. This time we'll do a reflect debilitate, but I'm gonna wait for Drem before doing that. So throw on the shield. Reflect debilitate. Bit slow on the debilitate and it splashed. Resonance, that hit, which splashed anyway. Then we'll just heal up. I maybe didn't need to be so cautious with all my supplies before in the waves, huh? That was close. I thought Barricade was going to last a tad longer, I will admit. Let's rebuff so I get my full accuracy. Okay, Debil hit this time. There we go. Jad done without prayer. I probably could have done that quicker, maybe a little smoother. But that is Jad and the entire fight caves done with no prayer for the Onyx challenge and the final challenge of tier 2 complete, which means we have unlocked tier 3. We can go get curses, so let's go do that straight away. Let's get off this prayer book. Let's go get our curses. We have also unlocked the ancient spellbook and the lunar spellbook. Basically, just the idea is all the prayer and spellbooks were the reward for this tier. And indirectly, we're also going to be unlocking necromancy, because tier 3, which we've just unlocked, has now given us the Calphite Queen, her mod, and Krill Suteroth. There we go. I have Soul Split back. Yeah, that feels better than it should. And with all that, it's time to wrap up this episode. Next time, we're going to be getting our introduction to necromancy, as well as 3 new bosses, as well as their challenges. Which brings me on to a quick point about the challenges. We've had a few strings of bad luck in the start of this series, with grinds going about triple the length they would have been expected to go. And because of this, there's been a lot of clips of me just grinding away at bosses doing thousands of kills. So before I lock down tier 3's challenges, I want to hear from you all. Are the grinds interesting as challenges, or should I focus the challenges more on doing things at bosses and let the gear progression come naturally? There's still going to be grindy content because I do need to upgrade my gear and I can't just buy it off the G, but there'd be less challenges along the lines of getting a Dragon 2-hander from Mole or getting Linz's hammer. But otherwise, if you got to this part of the video, I'm going to assume you liked it. If so, you know what to do. And I'll catch you again next time as we get our introduction to necromancy, and I'm going to show to you all just how strong that style can be. So catch you again next time.